I had an initial conversation with Adeal about 3.5 years ago, and it was funny in the sense that, at that time I had only $2,000 in my pocket to start property investment and looking for advice from Adeal or from, other property agents to start my property investment. So that was a funny moment to me, because with only 2,000 I was brave enough to start my property investment. That was not enough, but I have had this goal, to start conversation and start investing in the property market. Hello, my name is Mohammed Ikram. I live in Macquarie Park. I work in a public sector university specialized in cybersecurity, and I'm a senior lecturer. I live with my family of 4 kids. They keep me much more busy these days. It's a very nice experience to be in Sydney and working as a senior lecturer. I had some saving, and I thought that to purchase a property, I don't want to be stagnated by the property that I purchase. I wanted to have like a good growth rate, good rental yield, and for that I need some professional advice. And that's come Adeal and his partners and his company come in to help me with making those decisions and buy the right property in the right market, so that it can save my time as well as my investment as well. Me, financial security is that you live by your own terms, in your own peaceful environment at home. And for that, I think, in my opinion, having a home is a way toward financial security. So my biggest goal is to spend my time, quality time, with my family and my kids, and instill the good values in them so that they can grow and prosper. I have had a thought about to buy my family house in Sydney, the place where I would like to live. Now, realistically, I need a bigger deposit to buy that house. With my current job, I can't save more than $2,000 to $3,000 per month because of my big family. The kids have a lot of expenses. Having an investment property, which I have had with Adeal and Ariza, I can probably save $10,000 or more than $10,000 per month, because the investment has the potential to grow by at least 10%. So with that, I can save that deposit money quickly so that I can purchase my own family house in Sydney, where I would like to live with my family peacefully. So the journey with Adeal and Ariza was fantastic to me. We have had a very wonderful experience in purchasing a house in Queensland for about $670,000 about 2 months ago. That was settled this month, 14th July. And by looking at the price range using these different online tools, I can see that the property has increased by about $30,000 in the last two months. The property is rented out for about $690 per week, and in my opinion, that is fantastic outcome of the journey that I have had with Adeal and Ariza. Working with Adeal was very fantastic to me, because I have had and I'm basically involved from 9 to 5, very busy schedule, and I don't have time to call when I'm busy, and I have had a lot of questions, and I think most of the initial property investors would have like similar question that I have had. So I used to call Adeal after hours, after 5 p.m. And he was quite receptive in having my call. I have a lot of questions that he answered during the call, as well as like having a Zoom and Teams calls where he answered the questions. And the other thing that I have had with Adeal was that he personalized some of my initial thoughts that I have had about investment property and the type of investment features that I would have. So Adeal basically take my initial input and formulate it into questions and into feature that my investment property should have. So he basically personalized that property search for me, as well as what is my final goal, like having a family house. He personalized that one so that I could have the growth rate in the right time frame, so that I can buy my family house at on right time in the next 3 to 5 years. Well, in my opinion, there is no right time. Nobody could tell you that this is the right time for investment. If there is anyone who claims that one, please let me know, and I would love to meet with that person, so that having some insight about right property investment or any sort of investment. So I feel that at this particular time I'm pretty much satisfied with the investment that I have had with Adeal, through Adeal basically, because I can see the growth. I can see the property is rented out with good rental yield, and I'm pretty much satisfied with my investment. Okay, so my advice to anyone who would like to invest in the future is that the sooner you start, the better it would be, in my opinion. And for that, I think you may need some professional advice. Please reach out to people that you think and you trust. They could secure you a good growth rate in rental yield. Please do it as soon as possible. So this whole process of buying investment property did not cost me any time. In fact, it did not affect my daily routines, spending time with my family and having my own work, lecturing, preparing lecturing and doing research. The whole process was taken care by Ariza and Adeal, and whenever I have a question, I could reach out to them in my off time. About 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. I used to reach out to them and ask the question, and having updates from them that how is the process, where is the process going on, and things like that. Typically manage the whole process, the property investment process, and I don't need to worry about the whole property investment experience with them. Before coming to talk with Ariza and Adeal, I have had a bit of skeptical ideas about property investment and so on, because I was not sure about which suburb to target or select for investment, which sort of house to buy, and what should I be looking at the house, the features and all those different things, and how to negotiate and how to initiate the process for a particular growth rate. I was interested to have a house up that can grow at least 10%, that have a good rental yield as well, so that I can save my negative gearing and all those different aspects. So when I talk with Ariza and Adeal, the whole process become a bit smooth, and Adeal and the people in Ariza basically helped me throughout the whole journey, throughout the whole process. They explained me each and every single thing, like which suburb to select and why to select, which home to select and why to select, and what sort of feature that would give me a good a rental yield as well as a growth rate in the future, so that I can save the deposit for my family house, dream house in the future. The investment, as I mentioned, the whole process look a bit daunting initially. There are a lot of uncertainty, a lot of unknowns when you are very new to this property investment. So that was basically fear of unknown was something that hold me back by doing from doing investment. And talking with Adeal and Ariza basically helped me, explaining me the process, explaining me all these different intricacies and decision points that I have to make, which helped me to initiate my property investment with Adeal and with Ariza, so that I can buy and invest in the property. I'm a researcher by profession, and I could have done this work by myself by spending at least 10 hours per week, and I could have purchased that house in 6 months time. But with Adeal help, we have squeezed that search time up to 4 weeks. So I bought the property, and when I look at the property growth at the moment, I have already the property have already about 30,000 growth since I purchased that property 2 months ago. If I would have purchased the same property by myself, I have to wait for about 6 months. Now with Adeal help, I purchased that property and I already gained $60,000. Although, like, I paid Adeal some fee, but with the growth that I have had already covered that fee that I give it to Adeal, and I'm enjoying that 60,000 growth that I would have in the next 4 or 5 months. So that's a good and plus point for me. And the other thing that I would like to add here is that with Adeal, I think I got the clarity. So in investment, I think time is important as well as the clarity is important as well. If you are serious about your financial growth and freedom, but you are not sure how to do it, and if you are confused by the online noise that you may have, you can pick your phone, reach out to Adeal, and try out if it works for you or not. It worked for me, and I recommend them.